Hello. I am the Divine Spark Within on Instagram, uh, also known as Perfectly Imperfect 1111, which I was for a few years. And my name is Janine. Um, I decided to do this reading just to contribute to something to give back to the collective. And I almost like jumped out of my seat when I saw that Ashley posted this. And we know that, we all have these different iterations that we've gone through, and it's beautiful to see the connections that still remain even through the transitions over the years. Um, what I started with here is just my layout, which I wanted to show like all the different decks that I'm going to be utilizing. I have some crystals laid out. I have some incense burning. That's a wonderful like rosemary incense, and I freaking love it. And then I also have an oil out that I just received in the mail from a wonderful person today. This is so magical. She has some like instructions down here. And as I was going through this process, my whole body lit up and my ears started ringing so loud. And then my spirit team revealed to me that I was gritting my body in the process of it. Also, for those that may not know about my work, I already start to channel in the beginning of my messages that I deliver. So anything that I may be saying here may even be something that maybe you've gotten hits on before or needed to hear about maybe certain crystals to work with. I have my little bunny. She's so cute. She's called Funny Bunny, but look at all the flowers. I thought this was perfect in time for spring. So I thought she was wonderful to pull in that energy, little pink bunny. This is a beautiful rose quartz crystal. It's a little dark here, but it is a beautiful pink hue. I actually have several of these I bought from a local crystal shop, from a wonderful person I actually went on a trip with out west last year. It was amazing, a 2 week uh, spirit led trip from we started at Phoenix because that's where we flew into the airport, and we drove up to Sedona and the Grand Canyon into Utah, over into Colorado, through New Mexico, and all the way back to Phoenix, Arizona. And it was like probably one of the most difficult, life changing trips I could have ever partaken in. And like I'm still integrating everything that happened back then, because literally it was just challenging um some of the most like rigid aspects of myself, like because we mirrored very strongly our inner masculine to each other. And like, mind you, me and this woman, we met because she owns a crystal shop and I buy crystals from her, and I only knew her through interacting with her those few times in person. But we were both lit up by the fact of um, the contemplation of this trip. And, she knew that she wasn't going alone, and I would have never considered even doing that on my own. Even though now that I've done it with a person, I would love to do it on my own or with a group of other people, which I've actually run retreats before. And I know that's in my future as like someone that actually puts the whole thing together and then collaborates with others to join the effort, because I've always had this affinity for community. I don't feel like any of us can do this on our own. So it's kind of funny that I'm channeling all these messages for you guys already. So hopefully there's something in here, any magical nuggets to take away. Also, I wanted to specify this crystal right here. I don't know if you can feel the energy coming off of this thing, but she spoke to me as soon as I saw her. She's a wonderful, like, cave looking structure, like a portal of sorts. This crystal is called Healerite. She has a wonderful healing aura. She actually helps to heal emotions. So kind of like regulates the emotional body in your auric field. Um, so it's a really good crystal to work with. A lot of times you'll see it in this more green color with the white specks. I don't see much of it with the black in it, but it's beautiful. Like I said, she called to me as soon as I saw her. So on to the decks. I wanted to make mention of every deck that I'm utilizing. I'm like, how do I do this? Let's just move these around. So you have, look at that, perfect. Unveiling the Golden Age by Izzy Ivy. So this is a tarot deck, but it has wonderful, like, generic oracle type of messages to it. So we'll see what happens when that comes up. That will be our overall card that I pull. Then the next deck I was guided to say we would be pulling from is the Gateway of Light Activation Oracle. And as soon as I even contemplated this, it was just like, yes, this deck belongs in this reading because it's called the Gateway of Light Activation. It's like the equinox of all things is like a gateway of light for us to enter into the light after being down in the depths of the darkness for the last 3 months, over the winter season. And some people's darkness lasts longer or shorter than others. That's all relative. Then I was guided to bring out this Earth Alchemy Oracle, which is by a wonderful person. She goes by And Crystals on Instagram. Her name is Katie Jane Wright. And it's got beautiful, like, plant medicine and crystal medicine. And she's a wonderful channel of information. So if you don't know her, you may want to check her out, especially if you resonate with the cards when I pull them. And I'll mention, like, which decks they are and all that when I get to each of them. Then I also was guided to pull out the Crystal Grid deck. And I didn't pull it out for gridding purposes. I pulled it out for just crystal purposes, like some crystals that can be utilized as we step into this season, maybe even some that we can energize with the energies of the equinox. And then, of course, anything that resonates, take it. If it doesn't, leave it behind. And last but certainly not least, the Panther Oracle. Just as it's easy everyday cards, there's just like these super simple layman's terms cards, very easy to understand. And we'll see what messages come forward as I continue to bring everything forward. I'm so excited to do this. So thank you for tuning in. And I hope that you stick around and continue through the end. It will definitely be worth it. Typically, I'd say any of these are really worth it at the end of the day. I have baby kittens. Look at that. It's a little baby whisker. Oh, I feel like that in and of itself is a message. I feel like their whiskers are so magical. I don't know if anyone has ever heard that you can actually take pieces of your hair, fingernails, anything of that nature that comes from our body and give it back to Mother Earth. It's like giving of our body to her body. And it's interesting, this version of this message is coming forward right now because that's not what I received when my friend shared it with me, the woman that I went on this trip with last year out west. She actually gave me that tip and said that, sometimes she'll leave that in exchange if she takes something from Mother Earth, such as a, fruit or plant, or I don't know why I said fruit and plant, but rocks and, fossils and anything that comes from the earth. Like, we always want to be mindful of when we take something that we are giving something back, because that's how energy continues to move. It becomes stagnant if we choose to not honor the cyclical nature of energy. Just like the fall gives way to the leaves and to the rest of whatever was on the trees, and everything kind of starts to decompose and deconstruct and meld back into the earth. And then the earth alchemizes that into something brand new that can be utilized just on the other side. And then that's spring. Like, it's creating that wonderful soil, I guess, wonderful energy, like the perfect environment in the soil for something to be cultivated and grow and nurtured. And that's that's why we plant the seed, you know, and then we just wait for the roots to grow, and that's when the darkness is necessary for the roots to really expand. And that's what we've been doing this last however long you've been in the darkness. Oh my god, I love this channeled message that's coming forward right now. I'm so sorry, I hit the mic. um it's got me all excited because it's like we've just gone through such depths of the darkness in order to fully understand who we are, but then yet at the same time who we are not. Like we are the all and the nothing all the same. This is magical. Okay, so I'm gonna pull the first card. Oh, I guess I can shuffle on screen. Oh, also, I wanted to talk about the fact that I also have very particular jewelry on. I don't know if you can notice, but this bracelet here is all copper. And as soon as I saw it the first time, I was like, I've got to get this, but I second guessed myself. So then I ended up going back to the store and getting it this time. Okay, so look at these cards. Look how beautiful they are. I love them so, so much. Like, if you haven't checked out Izzy Ivy's artwork, like, this is just beyond magic. This is like beyond what some of us could even contemplate at times, or even, I don't know, consider to access. It's like, it's just such, I don't even want to call it high vibrational because that feels wrong to compare, you know, but it is in some ways, you know. It's just like, look at the beauty of that. That is almost like a soul essence channeled onto paper, you know, this little piece of cardboard type of thing. Anyway, this card is number 60. It says heartfelt communication, initiate of activation. So I'm going to read a little bit from the book for you guys because I can't remember exactly what these archetypes are. So, like the initiate. So, give me just a minute and I'll get there. I am fairly new to this book, but I feel like, I don't know, there's always something about her, Izzy Ivy's art that just speaks to the soul, you know? Okay, so the initiate is the same as the page. And then activations is the same as swords. So this is like the page of swords, which in the regular tarot, which I know I was supposed to do oracle, but I always have tarot somewhere mixed in. So this one will be it, but it's like an oracle for this specific deck. So the page of swords, the initiate of activations, and it says heartful communication. And then look at this. The word art is highlighted here because when we allow ourselves to channel art, that is channeling in the most pure soul essence that we could have connection with, that we could ever contemplate as a human to contact. So remember that when you're called to do some kind of artful expression, that you would want to try to allow yourself to really go into that experience, even if you're a novice. Like sometimes those are the best things to experience. I think that's why sometimes we want to pivot so much, especially as those of us with what one would consider a neurodivergent brain, which I sometimes feel that it's more along the lines of just an expression of our multidimensionality. This is just us starting to integrate those aspects of ourselves to be expressed in human form. And it's so new because we've been in such density that hasn't allowed us to access that until now. Like this equinox is where we will be able to harness this energy. It's going to make such a massive transition, but we have to allow ourselves to see beyond the fears and the doubts and the worries. Really connect deep down into the soul, into not only your heart, but your higher heart. Connect into all of the chakras, all of the energetic bodies, all aspects of self, because it is just God at the end of the day. If you want to define it as something, it is source, it is the creator. We are the creator embodied. We are naturally worthy of any and everything that we could ever desire. It is our judgment of each moment, of each aspect, of each person, of each sound, each texture. And that's okay. That's what we came here to experience, of being a human being. The magic of going through the trials and the tribulations, but the highs of the journey as well. This in and of itself is art, allowing ourselves to dance through the world with such joy, such childlike wonder. That is the key. I love this. What beautiful messages so far. I don't know if I'm gonna pull from all the decks, considering how in depth I'm going just with these few cards right now, and this is so inspiring even to me. So thank you for being here, for wanting to partake in this endeavor us women have come together to put on. Who knows where even something like this will take us? Can you imagine that next thing? Can you dream a bigger dream? If you haven't watched the new Wonka movie, it may be a good idea to do that and allow your inner child to really dream. And don't let anyone or anything get in the way. Pay attention to how many times Wonka received what one would consider a setback, and he said no. He chose to see the light in every situation until at one time when he started to let it dim. And then he realized, wait a minute, what am I doing? Why am I dimming my light? Because someone else is afraid of that light. Don't let yourself be afraid. That is what's going to stand out. That is what's going to get you to where your soul is craving to take you. Will you let it take you on that ride? This is freaking amazing. I'm not even reading anything in this freaking book. Oh, I love it. Okay, I always show the card on the bottom of the deck as well. If someone needed to see the number 3s or 33, someone could be a life path 33. And I also connect with 33 as the as a very divine masculine number, even to some degree the sacred masculine. And this says autonomous initiator, paladin of light codes. So I'm going to check the book for that part too, because I do think that's very similar to the other, being an archetype. So this says a paladin is a knight, which is the next step up from the page, right? Because you have the page, the knight, then the king or queen, and vice versa. The king and queen are kind of comparable up top, right? And so then we also have light codes, which is the wands. So that is the Knight of Wands. That is the passion, the fervor, the drive. What drives you? What inspires you? What gives you passion? Allow that to light you up and allow that to be your motivation to move forward. Like, look at all these light codes on this card. Look at all the faces in each aspect. There's a face here, a face there, a face there, there, here, and there. And they're all interconnected, all woven together, because none of it is separate. Look at the contrast. It goes from here to here, but then back down, right back to where it came from. Same thing there to there, there to there, and then these back ones. They're all interconnected. These are even guides from different star systems. All you need to do is ask for help. They're there, ready, willing, waiting, wanting to guide. And sometimes we have to move backwards in order to move forwards. So don't ever think that you seeming to move back to an old pattern, an old behavior, is that you are falling back somehow, that you're falling behind. There is no behind. It's all interwoven, it's all interconnected, just like the Nautilus shell. That's what this journey is. It's the expansion and contraction of the energy, of the cycle, of the loop. Not a bad thing, but it's our choice to stay on that loop or to surpass it. We've already surpassed it once. But when you go back into it, it's time to integrate it. It's time for the alchemy to actually take place. Wow, what a great way to start this reading. Like I said before, I hope that you really garner some message from this. Not all of it will resonate with everyone, and that's okay. Just know that what is meant to find you will find you at exactly the right time. For you are always on time. Remember that. Also, I'd like to let you guys know that this is totally a somewhat open channel, but only to the highest and greatest good for all involved, with no harm to none. Because that is what we do here. So, let's get a Gateway of Light activation. This will be an activation to assist you in navigating through this equinox energy. Oh, yes. It's probably two of the most powerful freaking cards in this deck. Look at this. Inner Earth, base chakra, strength and security, laying foundations. Like, look at this. The inner Earth. It's interesting to contemplate. See this light back here? Beautiful imagery here. These strong pillars. Look at the tree here. This is showing the root. What is your root? What is your belief? What is the core of your being? And are you truly, fully grounded in that knowing of who you are, day in and day out, no matter who's around, no matter the circumstance? Who are you when no one is around? Are you the person that you portray yourself to be out in the world? Or are you still putting on a mask? And that's okay. Even if that is the case, we do it for safety at times. Because we, in the past, have seen that it hasn't been safe show who we are. And I don't know if you can feel it, but I feel the base chakra kind of, let me describe it, hold on. Reconnecting, recalibrating, allowing the circuitry that was once destroyed to almost regain consciousness. It's fascinating. Allow as much as your body will let you, as much as your higher self will let you, to take in whatever healing that you need at this time for your base chakra. That low back, if you've been having low back problems, just take your right and your left hand, place it directly over the back, almost over top of both kidneys, allowing the kidneys and the adrenals to receive love, to know that they are supported, to give them some relaxation. To also be cleansed, even though they cleanse. For sometimes we all need support. Allowing ourselves to be supported. Knowing that it's okay to receive, to really receive support that we've been yearning for, of devotion, of knowing that we are able to be devoted to ourselves first and foremost. Just like the tree. That tree won't take on weight of another if it isn't supporting itself first. Remember that. That's how we all work together best. That's why when we are shown redirection, it is just for correction within our being, within our support system. If I had a cracked pillar, I would want that pillar to be fixed. Asking for the pillar's cracks to be filled. Allowing us to quantum leap time and space, for we exist in the 0 point, in this now moment, as we allow this restructuring to take place. Allowing yourself feel deeply, deeply supported. You are worthy of it, all of it. Allowing some of the deepest wounds that have existed be dissolved now. Knowing that it's that simple. We must speak life into ourselves and into each other. We can't do it without one another. Just like the mycelium network that runs all in and through the earth. Every single neuron is able to connect with one another. Very similar to Avatar. It's like a Lemurian remembrance. This is beautiful. I was going to say beautifully activating. Oh my God. I hope you receive this for everything that you need it to be at this time. I'm so excited. So the bottom of the deck card, ugh, I freaking am obsessed with the Emerald Tablet, okay? This says Emerald Tablet Activation, Cosmic Ordering, Divine Alchemy, and Conscious Manifesting. Do you see the spine right here? Column of light that we have that exists in and through our being, with the serpent rising. Look, I put my finger on the back of the card and started moving like you guys could see it. Freaking hilarious. And then look at this beautiful crystalline structure of the emerald. Look at the light codes that exist here, all in and through. It's almost like I can see this thing standing off the freaking car. That's how cool it looks. It looks almost like the aurora borealis running through here. Like, that's pure magic that exists in physical form. Like, we somehow are powerful enough to have manifest so many magical things into our existence. Freaking sun bows, just a regular rainbow, but then a rainbow around the freaking sun, and then a rainbow around the freaking moon. Like, come on. How could we say that magic doesn't exist? Like, this life, even though we perceive it to be mundane, it's so freaking magical. Like, if we can just start to view it, can you feel the joy, the childlike wonder that's coming through this video right now? Like, that's all this is. Don't fear what you don't know. Connect with the heart of it. The Emerald Tablet, this thing is such a pure form. There's something very distinct about rubies and emeralds. If you don't have access to them, you may want to think about getting some. There's something about working with these two crystals together. I'm going to also try to tune into ruby zoisite, I think it's pronounced. It's a very beautiful green stone with specks of ruby through it. And the coolest thing you can do with rubies is, if you have a black light, a UV light of some kind, you can shine it onto ruby and it will fluoresce this beautiful magenta color. And it's so magical. It's just like, how did I just create magic in my hands? I am a magician. You are a magician. Like, we have to contemplate what words we're speaking to ourselves. What are we speaking to others? They give life. So if you're sitting there, and I'm speaking to me right now, so I don't know if anyone can resonate with this, but getting upset at someone on the road for something you just get upset at yourself for. Like, if you're saying, make a freaking decision, and then you think about it, say that back to yourself. Does that resonate? And then if it does, why don't you apply it first? And then see how your reality reflects back that application. It's like, if you perceive this person seeing you as unworthy of their love, look at how you feel that you're unworthy of their love. How about that? To me, that's magic. in and of itself just now. It's like that's the alchemy. This is how we do it. This is how we change. And I can feel the pain that's existed in the heart and throat and the higher heart, all the whole connection between the three. If you feel a release needing to happen, just allow it. If you have some water, take a sip of your water. If you have some tea or want to make some tea with some honey, you can pause this and go grab some tea. I'm taking a sip of my water because I need it. And I hope that if any of this resonates for you, if you really needed any of this, I hope that it serves you, because this is my gift to you, to be able to channel this through me to give to you right now. Like, do you see this heart on her face? It's just staring at me. Like, I feel like when it's darker, it's easier to see, but it's freaking beautiful. It actually looks like a twin crystal. If I want to say it correctly, it might be a Japan law, which the vibes that I get from those freaking crystals, it's magical. If you can find a Japan law crystal, especially if you resonate with like twin flames, divine counterparts, then you want to work with one of those. It would be very assisting on the twin journey. It has twin coding within it. Wow, that's beautiful. I hope if that resonates, uh, that it assists you very much. Also, one more thing. If you see here where it looks like this third eye, I actually saw that as a pendulum as well, or even some kind of collar or necklace. There's two messages here. If you've received messages on dowsing or working with pendulums, know that that would be something that would be beneficial for you. And then another thing I'm being reminded of. Okay, so I'm going to show you. I have this beautiful Lemurian quartz pendulum. I think it's a starburst or some kind of shape like that. But like, do you see this? The connection that comes from this beauty, it's amazing. This comes from Soul of Lemuria. That's where I got mine from. They are wonderful companions to work with if you've been feeling that calling. Another thing I'm being guided to share is the necklace I also received from the same shop. Well, I received the pendant. I put it on a chain myself, trying to figure out how to get it off my neck. So this guy, it's going to be hard to see the color. I gotta get better lighting, but like, look at that beautiful, I would call this one a smoky citrine, BG3 adaptogen crystal. And I haven't read everything on it, but from my connection with it right now, I am feeling that it's very similar to the mycelium network that exists within the planet. And it has the energy in this crystal, but then it also assists the energy in the body that's like the mycelium network, which would be like in some ways, your neural pathways. But that's in just the brain, that's in one piece. So then in the rest of the body, within all your other nerves, basically, that's your mycelium network. So if you end up having nerve damage, then that is something in your mycelium network being cut off, being restricted airflow. Wow. It's almost like breaking an electrical circuit. That would no longer run as a current if it were broken. That's fascinating. Okay, well, on to the next. This is getting long. So I am hoping to wrap up just at the perfect timing, to be honest, because I know that this will resonate for who it needs to resonate with. One thing I'll add in at some point in another reading, because it's coming through right now, is offering the option to just skip forward to certain points and to just pick messages through the video. That would be cool. Okay, I think I'm done shuffling. It feels good. All right, what plant medicine would be good to work with through this equinox gateway into the year, especially to the summer solstice? What will be most beneficial between now and summer? What do we got? I may butcher this name, but that's okay. It says Prezelli Bluestone. And then it says Pilgrimage. Sacred Sites, Gridwork, Dragon Energy. Well, if this isn't the energy of the Chinese New Year, the year of the dragon, and I feel that this is the call. If you've been receiving a call to go to sacred sites, that you should be following that call, that is part of your purpose, to start to go and do the physical grid work on Mother Earth. She needs our help right now, and that is our way to give back for everything that we've ever received from her. And you have no idea what she's going to have waiting for you in return. Just like me and that person going on that 2-week trip back in late August, early September last year. 2 weeks doing grid work at the 4 freaking corners in the United States. There's something very distinct about that point. And then to have seen what looked like kind of like a grouping of some kind of alien ships, but then NASA says that it was some kind of satellite, something or other, but it did not move like a normal thing you'd see in the sky. It was interesting. The energy there is very distinct. And if you ever get the chance to go to the 4 corners, even if you just go to visit that one spot, literally 4 corners, there's nothing like the energy there. Connecting to that point in the west of the United States is like connecting to the inner earth. So if you want to physically connect with inner earth without having to go to some place that you would feel is beyond your reach, it's not. If you need the physical thing that represents that, it is that place out west in the desert, those 4 states in their own way. That's why those places are visited quite often. A lot of us need recharge physically from there. And if we don't get it through meditation, then that is the closest thing to it, just like connecting with a candle. is like connecting with spirit, but in physical form. And that's okay. Sometimes we need that. That's why crystals work. That's why plants work. It's all magic, it's all alchemy. That's all we do all day, every day. And if we can start to see the magic in the mundane, seeing the magic in the mundane, like, come on. That's freaking beautiful. Tapping in more and more to the imagination of the child, to the creative mind. Man, that's beautiful. Now look at this. Diamond ray, the diamond light body, high frequency activations and planetary grid work. Dude, if this didn't just confirm this, I don't know what would. And of all cards to like be there, and then look, the green here and the green there, and it's just like, oh yes. And then look, the blues and purples, blues, and it's connecting the tangible, the physical, the earthly to the etheric, to the astral, to the galactic, literally from inner earth all the way down into the universe. Like, what? Into the galaxy. Like, you can basically perceive the galaxy from out west. The magic that one can experience in physical form from experiencing something that far beyond what one can perceive to exist. Wow. Okay. Also connecting with diamond energy, like Herkimer diamond or regular diamond, whatever you have access to in diamond form. Um, and I'm getting petroleum quartz too, which is interesting. I don't know if anyone's gotten any hits on petroleum at all, but maybe just contemplate that a bit, or just see if anything comes up, That one also fluoresces under UV light. There's something very specific about utilizing UV light, and that's why I've been drawn to certain crystals lately. And I know that rubies fluoresce. I gotta see if emeralds do, I'm not sure. And then if anybody's hearing a clicking in your ears, I'm getting that there's some kind of upgrade happening, and that if you work with grounding quite a bit and utilizing the diamonds, that it will assist in integrating that energy in a smooth fashion. That's cool. All right, the next one, crystals. Okay. Not that crystals haven't come up, right? Any crystals in particular that would be good to work with during this time? I don't know this one. So this is the depiction of it, which is really cool, right? Says rainbow Mayanite. Oh, Mayanite. Look at that. It says chakra alignment, foundation, karma. An exceptionally high vibrational crystal, rainbow Mayanite allows you to face any challenging karmic patterns and pulls out the drudgery of the past that is ingrained in the energetic body. It heals emotional traumas on every level, rebuilding the foundation for a healthy support system from the inside out. Connecting you to your spiritual team, this crystal can guide you in seeing multiple perspectives, offering many solutions, existing in ultimate alignment with all the chakras. Oh my gosh. Rainbow Mayanite helps you step into your authentic truth. This typically associates most with Leo, Virgo, Libra, the Sun and Pluto. Oh, man, I love that. Okay, let's maybe get one more. Yeah, because we don't have too much more, so this would be good. Thanks for sticking along. All right, I think we're just gonna do one. Oh, just one more. Yeah. Check this out. I don't know if anybody knows what this is, but it's one of my favorite crystals. Labradorite. Ah, look at that. Such Scorpio vibes here because it says transformation, magic, imagination. Like, what? If anyone could tap into that energy, it would be a Scorpio. Don't you think? A stone of transition, Labradorite assists in times of change and transformation. It expands our connection with the universe, unlocking the third eye and all the wonder that lies beyond the physical realm, as well as your magical powers. Labradorite evokes the magic we all have, reminding us to wield. I also read that as weird, so if you feel a little weird, that's okay. Totally embrace the weird. This is where you find your people. This is where you find your power. This is where you are lit up, almost like the fluorescent items under the UV light, but in regular daylight, they're normal. And then all of a sudden, they're different under a different lighting. Like that is us. Oh my God. Okay, so anyway, reminding us to wield our power by going within and connecting to the core truths of who we are. Labradorite has the shine that it does because of the feldspar that exists deep within the inside of the crystal, inside the crystalline structure. What? Like what? Chase after your dreams and align yourself with the vibration of anything is possible. And energy, Labradorite is all too familiar with. Like, look at this: Leo, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Neptune, Jupiter. Like, hello, okay? Let me tell you, Labradorite is magical magician, okay? If you want to harness your magician energy in the best way possible, to literally be able to transform your reality at the drop of a pin, you want to become friends with Labradorite. Like, what? That just sounded like a commercial, by the way. I love laughing at myself. It's amazing. Okay, one more crystal. So this guy, let me show you the picture. Like, look at that beauty. Basically an earth. Look at the face. Doesn't that look like a woman, like She-Ra type of person? Black hair, red bandana, like green face, but like totally like bam. I can't believe I saw that, and it looks like a little sidekick character. Anyway, imagination, right? Woo! Ethiopian opal, rebirth, portal, desire. Reflecting the beautiful parts of your soul, Ethiopian opal is a crystal filled with bright flashes of color and revitalizing energy. Full of joy, Ethiopian opal is a high vibration stone, able to soothe the soul and bring harmony to mind, body, and spirit. Ethiopian opal can burn unhealed karma from the past and clear the path for rebirth. Like a phoenix rising out of the ashes, containing a soul holograph, Ethiopian opal gives you access to different timelines in your life from past, present, and future. Give all parts of yourself the love that you desire. Virgo, Sagittarius, and Mercury. That was on the bottom. So special. These are beautiful, beautiful messages. So, last deck. This guy right here. See, we have some cards. I'm gonna clear them and then come back and shuffle. Whoa, they're a little slippery, that's for sure. And little baby cards, which is perfect. My little baby hands. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for coming along on this journey, coming along for the ride. It's beautiful. All right. Ooh, we got one already. Look at this. Oh my God. Look at that. Friendship, team, connection, network. This is what your network should be. Your network is your net worth. Also, 72 or 27. Take whichever version of the number you need. If you needed a synchronicity, maybe that was for you. Really cultivate friendship. Really cultivate true connection and lean into those. Lean into the people that appreciate connecting with you, that want to surround themselves with you, that have kind of been there. Okay, so next one. I won't take that unless it flips. So, oh, we got a flipper. Oh, we got a, okay, let me put that down now. Oh, look at this. Look at that. If you need another confirmation for an adventure, here you go. Explore, passion, travel, and 0. I feel like that also represents like the Fool card, like somebody that's getting ready to head out on a journey. They don't know where they're going, but they packed light and they know they're going to get there. Like, yes, please. Come on now. So, if you needed a sign to go on that trip, take that bit of money out of the bank, go on a retreat, do it. Spirit is saying it's going to revitalize you. Allow that passion of that Knight of Wands to ignite within you. Go after what it is that you desire. That is what will bring in a partner. If you are a feminine looking for a partner, if you needed to hear this message right now, know that as you make your choices, your decisions, your steps forward for you, for your joy, for your love, that is when the true divine connection will come in. A sacred partner. Something that withstands the test of time. Something that does exist. It's not a pipe dream. But are you dreaming big enough? That is what Spirit is asking you. Okay, next one. Real estate, wealth, investment, mega project, I think. Yes. And number 70 or number 7, right? So with that, I get a couple messages. There are the masculine and feminine are exchanging keys. Take that as it resonates, huh? It'll be interesting to see who actually watches this and who may comment or give feedback. Huh. There are so many messages in here for so many different people, and I freaking love it. So if you feel that someone you know may resonate with any message that was delivered here, send it over, even if it's just for a certain clip. I just want people to receive the messages that are for them. But there's also actual physical keys being exchanged. So I guess take that as it resonates. Oh my God, that feels good. Whoever this is for, I'm so excited for you. I love these messages that are coming forward, and there's somebody else that wants to pursue real estate. Take this as your sign to go forward with it. You can even add your spiritual niche to it to assist people in, oh my God, basically purchasing a home based on the astrocartography, where certain lines land, or where to travel to, right? Like, if you want to be a vacation planner, look into someone's astrocartography to figure out where it would be best for them to experience their trip, their magical moment. Somewhere that's almost guaranteed to bring in whatever energy people are wanting to call into their life. Because that is exactly where you want to go, where you should go, where couples should go on their honeymoon based on their astrocartography. Like, what? That's amazing. And to the masculine and feminine internally, being so deeply devoted and committed to the other, always choosing to assist the other in receiving their desires. What are they asking for? Truly asking for. All right, this one's freaking hilarious. Check this guy out. Imagine freaking nation. Come on. Variety, fantasy, mind. You can use your freaking mind to play, to imagine. Look at that number 63 or 36, okay? And look at those 6 dinosaurs. Oh my goodness. I love this so much. I feel like that just further confirms use your imagination, like play. Oh my God, Spirit wants us to play so much. Like when we play, and then especially when we play with one another, like literally, like when you were on the playground with friends growing up in elementary school, and all you guys wanted to do was freaking play and imagine and pretend, and like, why the freak are we not doing this? Like, what are we doing? Like, why should we be boring? Who said we had to do the boring, the mundane? Like, no. Allow ourselves to have fun. And then when we have fun, the more we have fun, the more fun will come to us. That's how it works naturally. Can you believe it? Like, this is beautiful. I loved pulling these messages. Let me see, was there anything down here? Oh, look at this. Look at this little card. Oh my God. It says care. Look at the parents and the baby. Parenthood, patron, support. Number 3. You know why that's so special? Oh my God. This is a beautiful message to wrap this reading up. Care, connection, collaboration. Magic comes in 3s. Don't think of death in 3s. Magic comes in 3s. Let's believe in the non-ordinary. Allow yourself to dream. I know I went back to imagination, but it's fucking beautiful. Oh man, this feels wonderful. The trifecta, you know, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, the Trinity, like Celtic cross, I don't even know why I said that, but take it if it resonates, okay? But the third energy is allowing the all to exist within you, the masculine, feminine, and the child. It's like a Venn diagram. When the two energies of the separate come together, create another. How beautiful is that? And to be able to bear witness to it. Like one of the first children, if you want to call it, that the masculine and feminine birth is the relationship. But what does the foundation of it look like? What does the energetic look like? What does the etheric look like? That is where energy starts. So why would it create into anything physical or tangible if the energetic is incomplete, is not deeply rooted in knowing every last inch of its being, of its existence? If the roots are not deep enough within you first, then the connection, then the third can't be created. Remember, when you focus on the energetic of what you know that you're worthy of, what you truly desire, then you will receive the gifts. Really allowing any remnants of any stuck energy that once existed within the body, within your physical and intangible energy, where it exists. Allow all of it to dissolve. But to just turn back into the intangible energy. Allow it to get mixed back up in the soil. Allow it to transition into something new. Something that hasn't existed yet. Allow yourself to dream. Have fun with it. What is it that you desire? Know that you are worthy of all that you desire. Allow your whole chakra system to be cleansed and cleared. And if you feel the need to move at all, to massage anywhere on your body, to get up and move, to dance around, to do yoga, to flex and stretch, just move the energy. If you are guided to speak any light language, draw any on paper, move your hands. In any motion, tap on your body, wherever you feel called. No rhyme or reason. Just move the energy. If it feels good to dance, if it feels good to do gymnastics, to swim, to go kick a ball, move furniture, get that energy moving. That's how it works. Energy in motion stays in motion. So when we stop energy and hold it within our system, that is what creates stuck energy. That is what creates pain in the body. And we can allow it to move now. Ask it to move. If you need motivation to work out, let that be it. Wouldn't that be cool? Look at that, my timer just hit 1:11 a few seconds ago. Okay, I think that's it. I really love these messages that came through, even though I don't remember half of them, but that's okay. I have this to listen back to, so do you. I hope that you received just the right messages that you needed at this time. I definitely am going to record more of these, so look out for some more in the future. And sending you so much love, like directly from my heart to yours. Are you open to really receiving? It's okay to receive. Know that you are worthy. And you are loved. Sending you so much love.